Hello, I'm live. Welcome to this morning taste challenge. Hold on a second. Whoops. Sorry about that. It's too much glare. It's okay. It's okay. We have from 1933, when the company was founded, Aristocrat Light Rum. I forgot to put that in the title. It's Aristocrat Light. I'm going to have to add that. This is a 1 liter bottle. It's from Bardstown, Kentucky. Was produced in the West Indies somewhere and bottled in Bardstown, Kentucky. Okay. Sköl rum, dry white. Dry white rum. This is imported, and they're both bottled in Kentucky. Sköl in Owensboro, Kentucky. That's the old Glenmore distillery. I think they just bottled there now. And then Aristocrat at Bardstown. Grosscurth distilling. But in actuality, it's Heaven Hill. So Heaven Hill owns Grosscurth Distillers Company, and Sazerac owns J.A. Dougherty's Sons Company. Used to be real. These were real companies, not some made-up name just to sound fancy on the label. But they are no longer owned by the originators. Okay. Let's see one more thing here. Get rolling. I want to check something. They're both 80 proof. They were both $6.99 for the liter. $6.99 for the liter. So that's a nice price. Just want to check something. Hold on just a moment. Well, okay. I feel like my face is not centered correctly. That's why, but you can let me know that, because how clean shaved face looks new. Oh, wow, clean shaved face looks new. Yeah. Thanks, BH. Does my audio sound okay? Does my video look okay? I think there's a faster way to do this. Start pouring. Okay, get my tags right. I think it's going to be very tough because the Aristocrat's pretty dang dry, and the Sköl, that's what it's called, dry white. It's pretty dry. So if you're looking for a real sugary products, you're not going to get that. If you want a real sugary rum, clear rum, silver rum, white rum, get the Caliber. It's cheap anyway. It's $9.96 for the 1.75 liter bottle. So you're getting a whole lot. Even if you can't stand it, it's not going to be, yeah, sound looks good, and cheers. So I'm centered because the way it's showing it, to me, it's not. But there used to be a little thing where you could adjust it, but it's not functioning. It's not showing as a function. All right. So as long as you can see and it looks good, fine. Okay. All right. Where Bardstown and Owensboro, Kentucky versus Kentucky for bottling. Cheers to you, BH. So dry rum, yes. Sweet rum, no, it ain't gonna work. Alex the Beer Master, afternoon, Ron. Hey, Alex, I'm about to have some of that pickled smoked sausage in a little bit from Amite City, Louisiana. Not a city, it's just a town. They call it Amite City. Pickled smoked sausage, how you like that? So here's a beer I reviewed this morning. I'll post it in a few days when it's time. 3-day weekend, Hibiscus Lime Ale. Hibiscus Lime Ale from New Orleans. Just a taped on label. A flavored ale, a flavored beer in 2019? Can't be. Sounds delicious, says Alex. It is. It's strange, though. Pickled smoked sausage. I'll show you all the jar. I got to get it out anyway. Okay, here it is. Matt and Dana. It's called Matt and Dana Spicy Seasoned Pickled Smoked Sausage, made with pork. Natural smoke flavor added, artificially colored in vinegar pickle. Highway 16, Amite, Louisiana Highway 16. There it is. And then you can see the sausages in there. How about that? I'll try to get that, Ron. You may be able to. It's common around here. Walmart has it. All the other stores have it. Well, I don't know if Mathern still has it. They were selling it, but I don't think it sold too well there for some reason. These things will happen. There's no use selling a product if people aren't going to buy it. You say, that's why they're not selling Pabst Extra in your town, Pabst Blue Ribbon Extra. No, how do we know if people would buy it? They never even offered it in this town. The weird Pabst Brewing Company, right? All right, and then I'm going to eat some spinach salad. I bought some new a new jar of Polish sauerkraut today. 24-ounce jar, $2, so $1 for 12 ounces. Okay. It's woody. It's sharp in the nose. We have one viewer, so it's either Alex or BH. BH might have dropped off. You got tired of waiting for me, huh? Can't blame him. Spicy nose. Some wood, a little sweetness, but very little. Light molasses. All right. Aristocrat light rum. Even less aroma, almost like water. It smells like just a touch of alcohol, just a touch of sweetness. I think this is the Aristocrat because I remember the Aristocrat not really having any aroma. If you take a real deep, forceful inhalation, you can pick up some stuff, but it's not much. So the Sköl, now appearance, it won't matter. They're both clear color, no color. So the Sköl has more aroma. Alcohol legs, Sköl has more prominent alcohol legs. Same price, $6.99 a liter. Says a lot of even here, a lot of even color, no color, clear. Even price, $6.99 a liter. Now it starts to change because I think Sköl has a much richer aroma. Ron, can you do a review on the pickled smoked sausage on YouTube? Well, I perhaps could do that. You got a hold of some, we could do a joint duo review. Okay, now to taste. I already think this is Sköl in my left hand, could be your right. Wood. you like for me to describe the taste? Wood, a little pepper, and I don't know where that black pepper comes from. It sure doesn't have any in it. Char, it's probably come from the light char. It's probably light char. It's filtered through charcoal. What kind of charcoal, we'll never know. Light body, crisp. You say crisp. Is it a beer? No, you know what I'm saying. Just a succinct, short finish. Now, there's an underlying wood tingle after you're finished sipping it. So there is a wood linger, but the pepper note and the pale, very light molasses doesn't hang around. I think Sköl is a great value. You say, well, what all the other video reviewers say? I've never seen another video review for it. It may exist. I couldn't find any. I'll see if I can do that wrong because I can get it. Then, yeah, we can do that. Okay. So there's Sköl. Great value. A $6.99 bottle for, $6.99 for a liter. I like it. I haven't seen it at Walmart. Walmart sells Sköl vodka. Now, they have Sköl vodka at Walmart. Sköl means cheers in the Scandinavian language. So really it means cheers. Like, cheers, y'all. Let's drink some. They have the Sköl vodka at Walmart. I've never tried Sköl vodka. I'm not really a vodka guy. James P. Madonna has 2 little bottles of vodka. He said he wanted to do liquor. Man, I don't want to drink vodka. He said we could just do like a non-category, just generalized liquor Fandango Friday one day. Any distilled thing. I could maybe bring myself to do that. Now, if I could find a tiny little bottle of Sköl or Dobra vodka, I don't even mean a 200 milliliter. I mean like a 50 milliliter. That's how little I want to drink of it. I'll do it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. He was telling me, why am I excluded from the beer hangouts? I said, whoever said that? He could join any beer hangout he wants to join. He quit Beer Talk and the International Beer Review Guild, those chat groups. See, those are the groups where we put the links. So it's easy. Everybody can click on, join what they want. Well, when you quit the group, the assumption is you're not interested in it. I'm not going to, it's like you got to go follow people. Like, well, here's the link to your site. It's like, man, if you're part of the mainframe, you join whatever hangouts are viable at the time. It doesn't have to be difficult, because we're not I'm not thinking along those lines. Well, I'll see what he says later. And everybody's welcome to join our beer hangouts. We don't exclude anybody. This is an open flow. When we do that's open flow. It's not some closed thing where we got some 4 picked people so it'll go smoothly. That's bull, man. You can join that if you're disruptive or cursing and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't need to join. But if you're going to be sensible about it, do a good, like last night with Wildcard Wednesday, everybody did a good presentation of their product. Let everybody take turns and talk. Everybody, no antics really. Take turns, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Okay. There's some taste here, but it's very light. There's a little pepper, a little light molasses, a little charcoal, and a little of everything. But don't fool yourself. It's 80 proof. It's 40% alcohol. Every sip you take is 40% alcohol. You say, what's the other 60%? Just tap water from Kentucky. Faucet water. That's how they take these products and get them down to 80 proof. I went on the distillery tour. She said they just add water. Now, some people say, I don't drink tap water. Okay, well, you do, because if you drink beer or wine or liquor, that's what they're using. They're not using bottled water from a artesian well. It's well water, maybe. Artesian means from the well. I mean from a natural spring. Come on. And a lot of the bottled water you drink is from a faucet. But since it's in a bottle, you buy it. Okay. But people don't read the labels, Yeah, the spiciness is starting to come out a little bit. Starting to develop character as it breeds. Why would it do that? I don't know. Ron, what are you having for dinner? Oh, well, I think I'm going to take some beans, cut up the onions, and then have the smoked sausage with the beans, and then use that extra sharp cheddar cheese. I have to use it up. It's going to start getting moldy. My friend David gave it to me. And, of course, I think that's going to be a good lunch. You say it's not too fancy. No, it's not too fancy. But it'll work. This is much spicier. Oh, and it seems stronger, but it isn't. It's 80 proof. Ooh, ho, whoa, baby. Well, that had a lot of nice flavor. Are these like the best clear rums, silver rums? Well, I don't know. I never had the best. The only like premium brands I've had of clear rum is Bacardi White, which is a beautiful product. Bacardi Superior, excuse me. Bacardi Superior. Oh, yeah, that's dynamite. And I've had the Captain Morgan White, another dynamite product. Which one's better? Oh, probably the Captain Morgan. But you know what? It's so close, it's hard to say. Either way you go, if you get Captain Morgan White or Bacardi Superior, you ain't losing anything. You're winning. You're winning. You're winning. We're winning. Now, in this case, and I know what you're going to say, these are for mixing. I know that. But we're not mixing them. We're not obscuring the taste with mixing ingredients. We're tasting them neat to see what really is there. What is really there? There is a lot there. You can't say, oh, it's nothing. It ain't nothing. No, wrong. It is something. So, but I think I'll go with Sazerac, and I'm not being a homer. I'm not saying, well, Sazerac's headquartered in New Orleans, so I'm going to root for Louisiana. And Heaven Hill's from Bardstown, Kentucky. And I'm not rooting for them. I mean, I don't care. Whatever is better, I'm going to pick it. And in this case, the Sköl is better. Is it way better? No. But it is somewhat nicer, and it's the same price. So common sense will tell you I'll pick the one that tastes better, since price is no matter. It makes no difference here. And I have enough that Savannah discount in Marrero, it's not close to me. It's, but 25 miles at least 25. It's probably more like 30 miles. Wouldn't be running over there all the time, but I will pass there twice a year just to scout what's there, because every time you go, it's an adventure. It's always an adventure. John Anile was like he was going crazy, like a kid in a candy shop. He was like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, he said, we have to stop. We have to stop, because David was saying, let's go to Discount Depot, another paradise for crazy, different, exotic products. And I said, no, we've done enough. John spent so much money already. And he was like, no, let's go. Let's do it. Because David's always want to like go to the next level, take it to the extreme. And John was like, no, we better chill out, because I've just bought so much. So it's Sköl. If this should be Sköl. Let's see if the tags match what I'm saying. It does. Owensboro, Kentucky wins the war. Beautiful product. Beautiful product. That's made me think the Sköl vodka is not as bad as people claim it is. But I'm not a vodka person. I don't even like it. It tastes funny to me. And I don't mean in a comical way. Yeah, the Taka 100 proof was pretty darn good. It had a lot of rich character. It's a little rare. Taka's fine, I guess. Come to New Orleans, into this, to the New Orleans area. Everywhere you drive, you'll see Taka billboards. How we party. That's what it says. How we party. I've been seeing that since I was a baby, a child. Could look out the window. So growing up, I always thought Sköl was like the world's most popular vodka. Every major highway around here, you're going to see Sköl billboards. Okay, interstate, U.S. Highway 61, 51, 90, State Highway 45, 47, doesn't matter. There's your billboards, Taka. They have two slogans, how we party, and the other slogan is mixes easy, just add people. Now, one time I told my parents, just like around 1979, 78, 79, I said, man, Sköl, that must be really not Sköl, Taka. Taka must be really popular. It must be a really good vodka, knowing nothing about vodka. They said, oh, that's just cheap. I said, well, you got billboards everywhere. That's probably the one they bought. My parents would buy the cheap stuff because they didn't have a lot of money and they weren't picky. Just make a mixed drink. They probably buy Winn-Dixie brand. They drank Schlitz beer, Dixie beer, a lot of Dixie. That was, well, Dixie was cheap until Katrina hit. It was $3.99 a six-pack till Katrina. Then that changed everything. But I mean, everybody used to drink. I mean, just in the 1970s, everybody was drinking regional brands. If you went to New Orleans, they drank Dixie. If you went to Wisconsin, they drank Schmitz, the Western Schmitz, Midwest. If you went to Philadelphia, they drank Schmitz or Peel's beer. If you went to St. Louis, they drank Falstaff and Budweiser, which was rapidly hot on Falstaff's heels, soon to destroy Falstaff. See, Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch, they don't just like compete with companies, they destroy companies. They destroy their competition. They put them out of business. They'll say, well, Falstaff has these weaknesses, and they strike. They knock them down. But that's what I grew up seeing. And of course, Schlitz, which was a national brand, not a regional brand. They were number two in the country 43 years ago. Now they're not even number 200, probably. Oh, but you know, when you sabotage your own company with idiocy and mismanagement, this is what happens. Okay, and it ain't my problem, and I don't worry about it. I can still buy Schlitz, but the company's no longer in business. It's owned by Pabst. I can still stay at Howard Johnson's hotel, but Howard Johnson doesn't own it. He died in 1972, 47 years ago. His son doesn't own it. He might still be alive. I don't know. He sold it after 10 years of owning it because he totally botched the company. Some of the viewers right now who are 45, 55, 65 years old, remember those days when Schlitz was so big, when Howard Johnson's was so big. Like, you went on a trip, you stayed at Howard Johnson's. It was like Holiday Inn, Howard Johnson. It was just a major hotel chain with restaurants attached. They had their own restaurants. They had their own ice cream shops in Metairie, a suburb of New Orleans. They had a multi-story Howard Johnson's. What is it? 12 stories, 15 stories. Right down the street from my grandmother's house. And she would say, let's go get ice cream and go to Howard Johnson's. They were famous for their variety of flavors. Then Baskin-Robbins kind of expanded from that concept. But Howard Johnson would just, that was what you experience. You would go on a road trip to Disney World. Let's say 1975, you go to Disney World. You would stay at Howard Johnson's, maybe eat at the Howard Johnson's restaurant, or stop at Stuckey's, or Sambo's. In Florida, they had Sambo's restaurant. Which later became Four Seasons and flopped after that. Or you would stay at Holiday Inn, or if you remember those days, for a little cheaper price, you could stay at Scottish Inns, which was kind of a reputable chain. Now it's sort of what they say in England, dodgy. We were in Houston. I saw Scottish Inns. I said, I don't know, man. It is a chain. It's part of a company. It's I don't know though. But that's that. But we're talking about the heyday, 1975. You would eat at Burger Chef, another company that was in its heyday, 1975. And then, like I say, Taco Bach. Well, I don't know if Taco Bach ever had a heyday. It's sort of like a continuous low-level burn. It exists. People drink it. You say they got a lot of alcoholics, and all right. Alex said Howard Johnson ice cream shop still exists, Ron. I thought they were all gone, but maybe they still are relics around. Supposedly there's still some Howard Johnson's frozen food, like frozen pancakes for breakfast or frozen meals. Seems like you can't believe it, but there's oddities in the world. Supposedly there's still Howard Johnson's restaurants, or one left. When I went to New York City in 2002, they still had the Howard Johnson's Cafe Diner on the corner in Times Square. You know, the corner, Broadway and whatever that side street was. There was Howard Johnson with the neon lights. People were in there eating. I said, man, that's like 20th century history right there, you know. Then they announced it's going out of business in 2005. I said, wow, a lot of things disappeared in 2005. Howard Johnson's in Times Square. That was a 24-hour place. 2:30 in the morning, didn't matter. Go in there, get coffee, eat some cheesecake, get some, I don't know, what would you get? Meatloaf with brown gravy and mashed potatoes with onions and green beans, something like that. All right, and Falstaff beer was discontinued in 2005. Meisterbrow beer was discontinued in 2005. So 2005 was a tipping point for a lot of brands for whatever reason. I don't know. Six Flags New Orleans amusement park died in 2005. That was because of the worst hurricane hit New Orleans. All right. They still have the sign out there 14 years later. Today is the 14th anniversary of Katrina. Don't even get me started on that. I'll have like a nervous breakdown on the air. But they still have the sign up there saying closed for hurricane. And stay closed. Oh, Ron, I was asking, does Howard Johnson's ice cream shop still exist? I was just wondering. Oh, I don't think they still exist. But as a child, they were common. Burger Chef was common. I ate at Burger Chef, but it got bought out by Hardee's. And so all the Burger Chef restaurants in America became Hardee's after 1996, 23 years ago. So you say, I was always wondering why that Hardee's restaurant had a strange architecture that was different than other Hardee's. Yeah, because they just took a Burger Chef with that strange angle, those strange angles, and they just converted it into Hardee's. But that was then. This is now. I'm out of here. Did a taste challenge. Sköl is the clear winner, but not to rip on Aristocrat. Aristocrat's fine. No derogatory comments toward it. It's just a little bland, a little watery. No off flavors, no nastiness. But honestly, it's not a whole lot happening with it. Whereas the Sköl has a much more character, So get the Sköl. You pay no more money per ounce. Identical price with more flavor. All right. And when will be the next rum taste challenge? Oh, could be. Oh, maybe in a week. Maybe let's say in a week. 7 days. I think it'll be about a week. So now Tulane football starting tonight. We need to concentrate on Tulane football. Southeastern Louisiana football. Nice talking to you, Ron. Enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you later. You too, Alex. I'm getting off the air myself. Thanks, folks, for watching this taste challenge. And that's it, 30 minutes.